Um, hey everyone, today I came with the laptop's camera because what I need to talk to you, I've been trying to film quite a few times with my other camera, and the fact that I gotta hold the camera, it keeps getting shaky, and then I keep thinking about not making it shaky, and then I can't keep my train of thought, and then it sounds, for someone that knows what's going on, it's easy to understand, but for someone that doesn't, it gets confusing. So I thought I have been trying to do this as simple as possible, so I'm going to give it a try here. So basically, I have not been posting either on YouTube or the blog because, as you may know, I am in Brazil and I've been doing checkups for my thyroid cancer, and some results came, and since those results came, I have been basically on a mission of researching and understanding what exactly is going on. So my days have been consumed with that, and I have not been able to actually sit down and be inspired to blog about things that aren't about this. So I know this is not probably you're not interested in this. If you are interested, please keep watching. If not, just switch it off. And yeah, this is not an easy topic to talk about or to listen, so hopefully you will understand. So yeah, okay, let's start. About 11 months ago, I was for the first time diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And that was a bit of a shock, but because I didn't really know anything about it, I had never really heard about it or anything like that, I didn't freak out. Okay, so I thought, oh, okay, right, so what do I do now? And because my wedding was coming so soon, we ran like crazy to get the treatment done before my wedding. So I didn't really have time to actually think about what was going on and what does it mean when you have cancer. It doesn't matter what kind. What does it mean? So because it was a rushed thing, I didn't really have time to stop and think or research or anything. So basically what happened is it was on my birthday that I found out last year, so 7th of November last year, 2014. I got the result back from the puncture, which did the biopsy of my thyroid, and that came as papillary carcinoma. And I was like, what is a papillary carcinoma? Blah, blah, blah. For me, I understood it was cancer, but I didn't understand really what it meant. Then we went to the doctors, and the doctors kept saying, don't worry, this is the good cancer. This is the easy cancer. You'll be fine. You're going to be treated now, and you're going to be cured. This is basically the only cancer you can actually say that you will be cured. And I was like, oh, okay. So I relaxed. I said, okay, what's the treatment? So then they said, okay, well, we got to do a surgery, remove your thyroid, because it's two cancers, and one of them was on the right side, the bigger one, and then the smaller one was kind of in the center, but more to the right side, still kind of middle. So they said, yeah, we can't do just half thyroid surgery because it's probably not going to be good enough, so might as well just take the whole thyroid out. And I was like, yeah, okay, well, can I survive? And then they said, yeah, you're going to have to take thyroid hormones as pills and for the rest of your life, and you'll be fine. And I was like, oh, okay, it's just a simple pill thingy that I can do. It's nothing major. So I went through the surgery, which was in the end of November. If I'm not mistaken, it was on the 22nd of November. So it was quite a few days after. It was basically, since my birthday and the surgery, I was just running all over the place getting all these exams done to prove that I could go through surgery. So like heart checkups, lungs checkups, and all this, you know, normal surgery procedure and blah blah blah. Okay, booking the hospital and all this. So I went for the surgery and I had to stay very little in the hospital, which was basically the day of the surgery until the morning after, something like this, that they had to keep a watch on me, but that was fine. So it wasn't major. Yeah, I had to go on a fast for the night before of the surgery until the day of the surgery, which was okay. And they were awesome because they actually, as soon as I got to the hospital, they gave me like a tranquilizer, not like a horse tranquilizer, but like something to keep me calm so I wouldn't be stressed while waiting for the surgery, which was awesome because it just made me go to sleep and I didn't get nervous, I didn't get to cry, and my parents were as well. It was easier for them as well. So basically they just came to the room, they grabbed me and they told me I was kind of awake, and then they told me, hey, we're taking you to the surgery. And I was able to say bye to my parents in a nice way, give them a smile, so it wasn't stressful, because the surgeries I had before I went into the surgery, I cried my eyes out. So in this surgery I didn't, because I was calm. Meds are awesome. Anyway, then in the surgery, basically I got into the surgical room. The doctor said, hey, how you doing? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. And he's like, okay, well, we're gonna give you the anesthesia and we're gonna get through this. This is a quick surgery, so don't worry, you'll be fine, and blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then basically I passed out, so I can't remember. After that, I can't remember much after the surgery either, but my parents have told me what happened. So basically, I wake up from the surgery and the nurses were like telling me, hey, we're taking you back to the room, you're fine, everything went fine, and are you feeling any pain or anything? And I was like, no, I'm okay, I'm drugged, kind of thing. And it seems that I got kind of funny. Seems I got a bit giggly and stuff like that. But anyways, they got me back to the room. I saw my parents again, and they looked at me kind of worried, and I was like, yay, how you doing? It seems that I made a few jokes, but they couldn't tell me exactly what jokes I made and whatever. I don't remember. And then basically they put me in the bed, and I went to sleep again. And I slept for a while after the surgery, and then they brought me food and I ate, and it was a bit weird to swallow. I could feel when you feel your almost like your trachea moving or something. I don't know. I don't know if it was the skin pressing on. I don't know. But I felt the swallow and everything, so I had to go kind of slow to eat, but it didn't hurt. It was just I could feel things that I couldn't feel before. And I managed to speak, which they told me that one side effect of the surgery could be that I would lose my voice for a little bit and then it would come back. But I didn't. So I spoke normally and I ate normally and it was all fine, and the surgery was fine, so the cut didn't hurt or anything like that. I was completely fine. The next day I was free to go home. And that's when I actually got to see my scar. Obviously it wasn't as it is now. It had like a little glue patch on kind of thing, and I can insert pictures if you want to know, have an idea about it. And and it wasn't a bad scar. It didn't hurt or itch or anything like that. I just had to be careful with it when showering because I couldn't pull the glue off. I had to leave the glue on for a while, and like for a couple of weeks I think it was, and then eventually the glue would come off by itself. It did. It took a lot longer than the couple of weeks that the doctor said it was going to take, but probably because my skin is very, very dry, so it probably attached to the glue quite a lot. But anyways, so it did come off. It had a little bit of scabs when it came off, but that didn't hurt. It came off, it peeled off. And I don't know if you can tell much. That's my little scar. And yeah, it's been getting back to the normal skin color. So it was redder and now it's going less. I had to put like some creams on it and all this and protect it from the sun and all this, but that was fine. All this was fine. Post-surgery as well was fine. After that, they said, well, you have stage 3 carcinoma, which means cancer has 4 stages. Well, 0, you could say 5, because it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically 0 is you have no cancer. Basically you have nodes, but they're benign. And 4 is like terminal cancer. So that's kind of the balance to know how much it's spread, how big it is, and things like that. And mine was said to be stage 3, which means it's not a simple beginning cancer. It was pretty big and it had spread. So the doctor said, look, don't worry, even though it says that it has a spread, we caught it early enough, so we're going to do the RAY, which is the radioactive iodine therapy, and that will kill off whatever other cancer cells are in you, so don't worry. So I was like, yeah, okay. So you go through a whole iodine-free diet kind of thing, that you can't have normal iodinized salt or anything like that, and there are certain foods you can't eat and blah blah blah. I did that as getting ready for the therapy, and then I went for the therapy, which is 2 big ass pills. They're like massive that you gotta swallow, and I had to stay enclosed in a hospital room where no one could have contact with me. That was for a whole 3 days, I think, in the hospital, so not even the nurses could come in. So there was like a little metal blocking thing that I had to stay behind and kind of like hide when the nurses would come in to bring me food. And that was basically what happened, and they would scan me to see if my radioactive levels were going down. There was a whole bunch of things like, oh, when you go to the toilet you gotta flush 3 times, and you gotta shower like twice, 3 times a day, and change your clothes, always to clean clothes, and like put away the old clothes, and like anything that you bring into the room, it will be contaminated with the radioactive thing, and so no one else can touch your stuff, it's only you. So it's like, okay. After I got released from the hospital, my levels were a lot better, so I could get in contact with people, but I could not still get in contact with pregnant women or children or any like baby pets. Anything that would be under development, I could not be in contact with for about a month. So I had to basically go back home and stay home, couldn't really go out or see anyone or anything like that. So that is what I did. I stayed for pretty much a month until I had to go back to the doctors for a checkup, and that's when they they told me, yeah, okay, you can get in contact with people now. You are still radioactive, but it's very, very low. It's not enough to affect anyone. So you can get, you can go out, you can do your normal life stuff. Live normal, well done, you're cured. Because they also they scanned my body to see if there were any cancer cells left, and from the scan they said, hey, there's no cancer cells, well done, good job. And I was so happy because it's like, yay, I'm cancer free, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. And then they said, well, in 6 months time you come back to do checkups just to see if everything is going under planned matters and whatever. So I was like, yeah, okay. So I went ahead to England and all this, and I was living with Bunny, and 6 months were up and I came back to do the checkups. So first few blood exams, they indicated that thyroid hormones, they were not in a good level. And I thought, okay, well that makes sense because I haven't been feeling so great. So I just thought, maybe you need to change my thyroid medication dose. So I wasn't worried about it or anything. And then they said, well, let's just check the ultrasound of your neck. And then they were like, oh, there's suspicious lumps in your neck. I was like, oh my god. And then the doctor said, yeah, just to be sure, I think we're gonna need to do a puncture of those lumps, but it's like 99% chance that it's the cancer back. And I was like, oh god, no. So I went for the puncture, which is the worst exam ever that I have done so far. It hurts like hell because it has absolutely no anesthesia. It hurts. Hurts. It hurt the first time, and it was 2 nodules that they were puncturing. This time I had 5 freaking nodules of over 1 centimeter big. So I asked her, please don't make me do all the 5 because it's gonna hurt a lot and blah blah, and it's gonna cost a lot as well. And then she's like, no, just do the bigger nodule, and if it says that it's the cancer, we already know, we don't need to research anymore. If it says it's a normal lump, then we might need to check the other nodules. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine, let's do one. So they did the bigger nodule, which was right close to the thyroid area, so the needle had to go through on the freaking scar. So imagine scar tissue is harder to go through with a needle than normal tissue, of course. So it hurt a hell of a lot more. No anesthesia, nothing. My mom this time was inside the room with me and she cried her eyes out. So did I, obviously. Even the nurse got into it. I mean, come on. But anyways, I managed, and the result came, for my happiness, that yes, it is the carcinoma, the papillary carcinoma again. So this is where I am at right now. I have just basically found out is the papillary carcinoma again, and basically that I have to go through surgery again, remove those 5 nodules, and they're not nodules, they're tumors because they're cancer, and do some sort of post-surgery treatment, which probably would be again the iodine radiation. So once again, here we go. So this time I thought might as well take you guys along with me, so you can see what this treatment is all about, see how it feels and all this. I'm not sure if the post-treatment after the surgery is necessarily going to be the iodine, because it is pretty aggressive. I mean, 6 months, 5 freaking tumors of over 1 centimeter big. It's pretty fast to grow. So yes, I have cried my eyes out already. I have researched. My parents are on piles of nerve things, and so am I. Even though the surgery, the treatment is nothing painful or anything like that. It does scare you when a cancer comes back within 6 months of you treating it. It's pretty scary. So this is what's going on, and I am trying to put myself back into the blogging routine, and I'm so sorry that I have not been posting lately, and hopefully I'll be able to from now on. I'm not quite sure though, because tomorrow I'll have my surgeon's appointment, and that's when we're going to find out exactly what the treatment's going to be, when the surgery is going to be, and all this. So I might get even more nervous or more busy. I don't know how fast we're going to manage to do this or anything, because it's the end of the year. Hospitals do close at certain times at the end of the year. Doctors as well don't necessarily work. So let me tell you one thing right away. For those of you who still think or nominate thyroid cancer as a good cancer or an easy cancer, I want to say an F word to you. Okay? And that includes my doctors. Because you may be trying to calm people down by saying, hey, it's the easy cancer, whatever. It's not. If it was an easy cancer, I wouldn't be going through this. I know there are a lot of people out there that are lucky enough that in the first treatment they're clean and, you know, they don't have to worry about it anymore, but it's not necessarily the case. Not everyone is that case, and I don't think you should be giving false hopes to everyone, because I had that false hope, and it's harder for you when you know for sure that you're never going to have that again, when you get a news that, hey, by the way, you have it again. That is even harder to deal with than actually getting the first news in the first place saying, hey, by the way, you got cancer. So I recommend, if you are trying to calm someone you know or that you treat down by saying, hey, don't worry, this is an easy cancer or whatever, don't. Do them a favor and don't. Just be there for them, hug them, I don't know, send them good thoughts or things like that, but don't treat it as like any other cancer. Don't go ahead and make them believe everything's gonna be easy and fine. It's not. Okay, it is something hard to deal with. You guys are seeing me pretty calm, pretty easygoing, but I will tell you, I have been spending the past few days crying to my parents, to my husband. I can't even talk to friends without crying about it, and it is a very delicate thing. And even my family, I have not told my family myself because I couldn't. I told my parents, hey, you know what, I'm just going to start crying. If you guys can actually tell the rest of the family what's going on instead of me having to, I appreciate it, because it's actually really hard on me right now. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated on the treatment, and I will try and bring you along with me like a vlog, so you can know what this is going to be. Obviously, because this is a bigger area of the tumors, the scar will be a hell of a lot bigger. That's all I know for now. So I will get to know more things tomorrow, and that's when I will update you guys again. So yeah, just apologizing again for not having posts lately, and I hope you guys have a good week, the rest of the week, and yeah, I'll see you around, probably more often on YouTube now than on the blog, because it's easier for me to just talk to the camera, let you guys know what's going on, posted and easy, than having to sit and write everything that's going on through my head. So yeah, if you are interested in knowing more in details about the cancer itself and the treatment itself, let me know, and we can talk privately or whatever. If you want some sort of support or advice in case you are going through this, let me know, and we'll have a private chat and I can give you an idea better of how it is to be in this situation. Alright, so I'll see you guys in a little bit, I guess. Bye!